From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10. Presented by Reliance Jio. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. In style partner Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ones who use words like Khoon ki dalali, sarak ka gunda, farzical strike to insult our army have tonight hurled the worst possible abuse against the Indian army. They have said the Indian army, by the way, viewers, standing ground and taking on the PLA as of this minute. But the leader of the Congress in the Lok Sabha says the Indian army has been hatching eggs. Let's debate.
As the Army Chief General M.M. Naravne visited the forward posts in Ladakh, he gave the commendation badges to the soldiers who fought on the night of June 15th in Galwan. Republic showed you the spectral images from the line of actual control that showed how our brave forces pushed back Chinese troops. The entire nation is saluting the valor of our armed forces who fought to protect our territorial integrity. But just 10 days after 20 of our soldiers laid down their lives, the Vajra Congress has hurled the worst possible insult against the Indian Army.
सरकार चाहते हैं कि डिप्लोमेटिक तरीके से कूटनीति के जरिए बातचीत के जरिए हाल सुधरे, इसमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं है, लेकिन हाल सुधरे की बदले बदहाल होते जा रहे हैं, इसमें चिंता बढ़ रहे हैं। हमें डराने की, धमकाने की कोशिश चीनी के लाल फौज कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हम डरने वाला नहीं है, हम खदरने वाला है। इन्हीं लोगों को खदरना चाहिए। हिंदुस्तान की शस्त्रागार में अंडे सेने के लिए जगह नहीं है। जरूरत पड़े तो आज नहीं तो कल हमें इसका मुकाबला करना पड़ेगा, चाहे जो भी हो।
Leader of the Congress in Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, seems to be insinuating that our army that is standing up to Chinese aggression is hatching eggs. Listen in.
इन्हीं लोगों को खतरना चाहिए। हिंदुस्तान की शस्त्रागार में अंडे सेने के लिए जगह नहीं है। जरूरत पड़े तो आज नहीं तो कल हमें इसका मुकाबला करना पड़ेगा, चाहे जो भी हो।
But he is following the footsteps of his party leader, ex-Congress President Rahul Gandhi, who launched a non-stop Twitter tirade to insult and demoralize our forces.
भाई और बहनों, चीन ने हिंदुस्तान के शस्त्रहीन सैनिकों की हत्या करके एक बहुत बड़ा अपराध किया है। मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ, इन वीरों को बिना हथियार खतरे की ओर किसने भेजा और क्यों भेजा? कौन जिम्मेदार है?
So as the Congress made itself inherently anti-army by hurling repeated insults, should those who run down our forces with abuses have the right to call themselves people's representatives? Let's debate.
Viewers, Gaurav Bhatia, General G.D. Bakshi, General Gurmeet Singh, General Vishambar Dayal, Abdul Razak Khan, Mohammad Tausif Rahman and Surendra Chauhan are on the debate. Surendra Chauhan, want to debate with you first with Gaurav Bhatia. Your Congress leader has said that the Indian army has been hatching eggs. Ande sek rahi hai. As far as I know, the Indian army pushed the Chinese back, repulsed them with absolute bravery, fought them hand to hand, killed 43 of their soldiers. 20 of our soldiers gave up their lives. right? And we have pushed the Chinese back when they tried to carry out the incursion. Do you call this hatching eggs? And that's why I've used the hashtag Congress versus India.
Arnab Goswami,
because there has never been a party that is so opposed to national interest as the Congress. Can you explain? One of you has to decide who goes first.
Arnab, there are two,
okay, one minute. No, you have to explain to me. I repeat my question, Surendra Chauhan, to you so I can have some focus.
I'm explaining.
Can you explain the use of the phrase hatching eggs? Your party has said that the Indian army has been hatching eggs. Ande sek rahi hai. Please explain what precisely in your view amounts to hatching eggs.
You read it once again. I will read it for you. I will read it. There are 3 threads. I will read it for you. Adhir Ranjan
I have played the
never
statement.
stated anything against the Indian army. It's a. You see, there are 2 sides to read the message, a tweet, positive or negative. And Republic has a habit to go for the negative side. See the positivity. Positivity is he's saying that we have our arsenals, our weapons are not there to hatch eggs.
What do you mean hatch eggs? How is our arsenal being used to hatch eggs? Explain this to me, which therefore you are insinuating that they are not meant for hatching eggs. In other words, you are saying that they are hatching eggs. Tell me, how is our army hatching eggs?
It is a positive message given to China.
How are you saying that the Indian army is hatching eggs?
Prepared for each and everything.
No, is it hatching eggs to ensure that the Chinese are moving back from the patrolling points?
There are to be repulsed back, whatever means. Our arsenals not meant for hatching eggs.
What do you mean hatching eggs?
See the positive side. Why are you seeing the negative side?
It doesn't have much substance. Let me come in.
See the positive side.
I will frame the charge first. Please hear me out, Mr. Chaudhary.
Yeah. Frame the charge.
So, Arnab, first of all, you played the statement of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. He is saying that our arsenals are not meant for hatching eggs. So, Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, 20 of our brave soldiers gave their life for our motherland.
Accusing our Indian army?
You saying,
so how
Mr.
he
Chaudhary,
accusing
I
Indian
don't
army?
want to
Chauhan.
Please, Mr. Chauhan, can I not be disturbed? I request you, as a co-panelist,
go ahead,
extend me that courtesy. Please. So, I asked Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary that when 20 of our brave soldiers gave their life for our motherland, do you think that is equivalent to hatching eggs? Second, Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, why should we not make this serious charge on Republic that after the revelation that Rajiv Gandhi Foundation has taken money from the Chinese government, from the Chinese embassy, you are not acting under the instructions of Sonia Gandhi, Antonio Maino, and Rahul Gandhi, Rahul Vinci to weaken our country. My third point, Arnab, please, Mr. Chauhan, please, when your turn comes, I'm making very serious allegations on Republic, substantiated. Please, Mr. Chauhan, मैं आपसे request करता हूँ. Third, 11th May 2020, Mr. Chauhan, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said.
डिबेट को डिबेट ना करें.
Mr. Chauhan,
इशू पे आए, आर्सेनल पे आए.
आप पहले बोलिए. अच्छा चलिए, आप पहले बोलिए. मैं समझ रहा हूँ, आप व्याकुल हैं. आप कहीं ना कहीं इंस्ट्रक्शंस में अधीर रंजन चौधरी जी ने कॉल किया होगा. प्लीज आप पहले बोलिए.
Gaurav Bhatia, do not deviate from the issue.
The point is, what is...
I'm making the point. If you hear me out.
Surendra Chauhan, we are on a very clear point, and you are interrupting him. I will. Question is 1 minute. Listen.
Please, Arnab. Please.
The question is...
I'm going to make it very, very serious in nature.
No, it is
every panelist who is supporting the Congress should answer that. On 11th May 2020,
Abdul Razak
Chaudhary
you are repeating the thing.
India's side, and he said,
what
be careful,
Goswami
China.
debated in the first trend.
His tweet,
there are today 3 debates were there.
Gauravji, the problem is whenever
this was to motivate the army, whatever he has said, he has said in the support of the army.
On every word.
You remember the tweet that he deleted? That was also in support of India. He is not anti-India. He supported the army. This is to motivate the army. This is the positive of what he said. You read the positive of what he said.
Gaurav भाटिया।
राहुल गांधी गद्दार जो उतर नहीं पाया सोनिया गांधी की गोदी से, वो क्या लड़ेगा नरेंद्र मोदी से? चुप करिए, बदतमीजी करते हैं आप। चीनी फौजों के साथ मिलकर आप जैसे दीमक है जो भारत को कमजोर करना चाहते हैं। शर्म आनी चाहिए। और अगर हेकलिंग मैच है पूरी डिबेट में अब आप बोल के दिखाइएगा। पूरी डिबेट पे मैं आपको चुनौती देता हूं। मैं अगर आपको इज्जत दे रहा हूं जिसके आप लायक नहीं है और आप बदतमीजी करना चाहते हैं, तो देखिए आप पूरी डिबेट में के बोल नहीं पाएंगे। अधीर रंजन चौधरी has sold his conscience like Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi to the Chinese. They are traitors and termites. And Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, how dare you delete that tweet of 2020 supporting India.
The use of the word which I am objecting you to, viewers, is the word hatching eggs. And I need to know from you whether you agree with me that this kind of a word is not just humiliating, insulting, but in a very targeted manner aimed at demoralizing the Indian army. I'd like to get General Bakshi on. 1 minute, please. It is in. You see, Tausif, let me place a fact and then you debate. Tausif, you can debate with me, but you let me place a fact here and you'll debate with General Bakshi.
No, it is a very
you see, viewers, Indian military.
You want to divert the whole issue.
Listen, you can accuse me of anything, but after I complete my sentence, you can accuse me of anything, no problem. See the thing, I'll tell you my view. You can't influence my thinking, right? I am saying, General Bakshi, that it is disgusting that on a day when India's military talks are yielding results and the Chinese forward troops have moved back from PP-14, PP-15 and PP-70, which is a huge achievement, showing today not just parity, but that we possibly have an edge over the Chinese army, that the Congress party is using cheap language, accusing the army of using their arsenal to hatch eggs. Having made this statement on video and on Twitter, now they are realizing today that they need to explain. The Chinese PLA has retreated. Who's hatching eggs? The PLA has retreated. I have shown you the army has stood guard in the most grave conditions at the LAC and ensured that the Galwan liver flows. I showed you satellite images yesterday and you say hatching eggs?
It was not for the Indian army.
Hatching eggs?
Please.
Hatching eggs?
It was not for the Indian army.
Arsenal hatching eggs?
And the government is still hatching eggs, yes.
He said Arsenal, Indian Army, Arsenal hatching eggs.
We should salute to the Indian
He said Indian Army, Arsenal hatching eggs. Don't change the words.
Indian Army, he never quoted.
Arsenal is of the Indian Army. Don't talk rubbish. Don't try and change the words. General Bakshi, hatching eggs. We have completed the Galwan bridge and they are saying the Arsenal is being used to hatch eggs.
Bakshi can quote on this. You know the problem is Arnab, we cannot question the BJP government. If
please excuse me.
BJP government, we become anti-national.
My dear friend,
it goes beyond democratic country.
My dear friend. My dear friend, my dear friend, can I kindly put across? नहीं वो बोलते रहिएगा क्या मतलब है?
RSS went to China to meet and do some meeting. 2011 again a whole team of BJP went to meet the Chinese Communist Party of China. So now,
Gaurav Bhatia is responding. Gaurav Bhatia,
you should have the full knowledge. Don't just run after Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary.
General Bakshi is responding, sir. We are on the word hatching eggs.
Acha, thank you. Now,
we are on the word hatching eggs.
Now, can I kindly come back? You know, Arnab, absolutely. देखिए, there is, please understand the sensitivity of the time. Night 15th, 16th of June this month, one colonel, 20 of our soldiers were martyred. And brutal, they died in brutal hand-to-hand fighting in which they inflicted 2.5 times the casualties on forces, Chinese forces, which completely outnumbered them. The Chinese had stepped in about 150 meters into our territory at Patrol Point 14, planted 2 tents and 1 watchtower. Both the tents were burnt. Their burnt remains can be seen on satellite photographs, and they demolished that damned watchtower. Then the boys went for the dam which the Chinese had constructed on the Galwan River to stop its flow onto our side so that their tanks and armored personal carriers could come in. Right? Our boys entered that freezing ice melt water in the freezing night. They demolished that bloody dam which had been constructed with the help of a dozer.
Boys, sir, what is the problem if we question the government? Sir, this BJP party went to meet the Chinese Communist Party.
No. Oh, bhai, you government, you question the government. You are abusing the army.
Why are you provoking everyone?
आप कह रहे हैं कि हमारे जो शस्त्र हैं वो अंडे दे रहे हैं, और अगर अंडे दे रहे हैं तो आप जरा बताइए कि 1996 में
तौसीफ,
please do not divert the whole story.
Tausif, may I ask you an elementary question in this? Since you seem to have a problem of comprehension, I need to ask you a question. 1 minute, just a minute. General Bakshi, don't get provoked. I'd like General Gurmeet Singh to also come in. We're having an informed debate. My question is, Tausif, just wait a minute. You've just said today that we are proud of what the army has done. And General Bakshi has given you a full description of how we have rebuilt the bridge. Our army has ensured the Galwan River flows. We have pushed back the PLA. And you have said, yes, we are proud of what the Indian army has done, but we are upset with the government. Now, my follow-up question to you is this, right? You are saying we are happy with what the Indian army has done, but we are angry with the government. Gurmeet Singh, the elementary thing which follows is, what the army has done, is it with the approval or disapproval of the government of India?
Actually,
no, is it, General Gurmeet, what the army has done, is it with the approval or disapproval of the government of India?
Let me clap. So you want to
with
say...
the approval
so
and direction of the government. It's a politico-military direction which is converted into a military action on the ground. Yeah, Mr. Khan, will you please keep quiet and listen? Are you part of a family or not a part of the family? Don't try to disrupt me. I have got
when General Gurmeet Singh is saying, sir, please show respect.
I will not care for what you are speaking, but I want to bring out 2-3 points. First point is that, look, for next 100 years, the military and the nation is not going to forget what was done on 15 June by the valor, courage, control, and the supreme sacrifice of the Indian army. And for next 500 years, China is not going to forget that night of 15 June, the lesson which has been taught to them next 500 years. But whenever for next 100 years, the nation, society and the citizen is going to remember the night of 15 June, 16 June, they will carry appendix and annexures of all what you are saying now. If you are attempting to insult your own family, your own part of the family, then this intention of yours will be carried for next 100 years. You don't know what damage you are creating to yourself. Prime Minister of the nation said only 3 things. He said, no intrusion, no post taken, no change in status quo. Do you know that to ensure that the third bullet of this sentence, that Indian Army did not permit the PLA and the China to change the status quo of LAC. For that cost, they gave the supreme sacrifice of 20 soldiers. It included a commanding officer. You don't know what is a commanding officer of infantry battalion. What cost? Listen, you will salute more. If you listen to me, Mr. Khan, if you listen to me humbly, you will salute even more. You don't know. Mr. Khan, sir. Mr. Khan, sir, please listen to me. Listen to me. Please listen to me. I will tell you further. If you listen to me, you will understand, sir. Mr. Khan, you're part of a family. You're not an outsider. You're not an outsider, but listen humbly. Because you'll miss something. They say, Mr. Khan.
Abdul Razak, I think you should allow the general to speak. He's explaining a strategic situation. He's giving details the viewers may be interested in. Please, thank you.
There is an old saying that when you speak what you know. But when you hear what you don't know. I want to tell you humbly, Mr. Khan, that you will learn something which you don't know. In fact, that night of 15 June, 2020, it'll be etched in the history of India, military history, the saga which our boys do. Humbly listen to me. There are three things which I want to highlight. You know, our soldiers from Bihar, our soldiers from Punjab, our soldiers from the gunners, the way they did the second and the third, the face-off, the violent face-off, it'll be remembered for next 1,000 years. Please remember, otherwise you'll miss it. Mr. Khan, you will not remain there, I will not remain there, but the saga of these soldiers will remain for next 1,000 years. Your minor questions, your minor doubts, your minor irritation, somebody not knowing English well, he's trying to say eggs, hatch, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You will miss the beauty of being Indian. You will miss the beauty of knowing your soldiers. You will miss that for 1,000 years, the Chinese created a propaganda war. They created an information war. They created, it was demolished that night.
The positive side of it.
Please listen to me. The nation wants
The
to know.
Indian Army, Razak, you're being ridiculous. The Indian Army has achieved what it has achieved by using its entire muscle, not by hatching eggs.
Yes.
Not by hatching eggs. I don't know how you can use the justification. You can justify the use of such language. I think General Bishambar Dayal, the least that Sonia Gandhi should do is sack this Adhir Ranjan now, because you have to disown a person who says the army is hatching eggs. And can there be any positive spin to it? One of our panelists today constantly talks about the positive spin. The person is mocking the 5,000, the troops in Ladakh who are confronting the PLA on the LAC. He's mocking him. He stood against nationalism. You betrayed India's integrity. You're accusing the army of hatching eggs, and some of my panelists, General Dayal, are actually justifying it. I've been listening patiently.
The tweets are
I've been listening patiently.
in the piecemeal.
General Dayal.
You are reading the tweets in the piecemeal.
Please, if you can make
Read the
quiet,
tweet. We read the tweet.
I'm not here to argue with him. I'm not here to debate with him.
It has got three threads. It's a long
message.
If
he can be quiet. Firstly, this is not the first time Adhiranjan Chaudhary has done this sort of thing. He's quite an embarrassment.
Have you read the tweet first?
Wait. I'm not interested. Wait, listen to me, please. I've listened to you all for 25 minutes.
Read the tweet?
I'm not here to argue with you. Yes. You want to argue, you can carry on. I'll not speak on it. Don't make noise. No, this is a sensitive issue. Arnab, firstly, let me tell you, the political class of India.
Have you read the tweet or not?
What are you talking? What are you talking? Why are you shouting? Just listen to others. We are not here to spoil our throat.
Are you reading the tweet in piecemeal or on the whole?
Listen to me. I'm
simple question. Answer it.
Listen to me. I'm not interested in reading any tweet or anything like that. I'm telling you, the political class of India.
So what for you come in debate then?
Political class of India. I've read it. Don't worry. I read it. The political class of India, its standard has gone down.
Say so then.
Absolutely. When it's talking. Wait a minute. And Adhiranjan Chaudhary is an embarrassment to Congress. Congress must realize it. He has made Congress embarrassed 3-4 times. This is not the first time. Please. Second issue is, Arnab, we are in a very sensitive today. The Chinese issue is a very sensitive issue. It's not an issue for parliament. Actually, complete parliament and parliamentarians have been let down in COVID and in China. Parliament is not even assembled once during these crises of the country. 3 months, the country is facing multiple crises. The parliamentarians are sitting home and making vague statements. On channel after channel, they come and make vague statements. All parties. Yesterday, somebody was telling me and General Gurmeet, we are chamchas of somebody. We are nobody chamchas here. We are here to listen to us that we are here only as we are ex-people. We have retired from that service. We guard that service. We guard the nation. We don't let anybody in the civil street to talk anything ill about our soldiers. You must understand. And our soldiers will nobody else. The Northern Command will give a befitting reply to Chinese. Nobody can give. The soldier will give a befitting reply. It has already given.
We are asking questions to the ruling government. We are not going against the Indian army.
Wait for the time Parliament to come. Wait for the time the elections to come.
Sir, we are not going against the Indian army, sir.
General Dayal.
Salute the Indian army. Sir, the problem is that...
General Dayal, please continue, please. General Dayal, please. Thank you. Please don't stop, and I request you to allow General Dayal to complete his point and not have to reiterate himself. Thank you. Please continue,
You must understand, this Indian army fought the Kargil war. We won the Kargil war. Post-Kargil war, we did an assessment. Where have we made mistake? Where has the nation made mistake? Where has who? This is not the time, please. Everybody should be shut up, actually. There should be a law in the country not to discuss such matters, serious matters, such vaguely such. And actually, his parliamentarianship should be, the executive must be secretary of the parliament, Lok Sabha must suspend him. The speaker must suspend him, them I believe. Anybody who makes vague statement, he doesn't know. Nobody reads the entire statement. Psychological warfare, people in China and Pakistan, they pick up ticks and bits like this. What did he say? How did he? 1.5, when we were having Pulwama, Baba Ramdev in a seminar said that humne kis liye fauj paal rakhi hai. I objected to in that seminar there itself. Because we are soldiers, we are voluntary soldiers guarding our borders. Nobody can dare Indian army. Remember one thing. Chinese have dared, we will teach them a lesson. We as ex-army officers, soldiers, Jawan, Jesu. Wait a minute.
No, I think I stand completely with the sentiment of General Dayal. No, I stand completely with the sentiment of General Dayal. I am. You see, you have to understand. May I speak to you, Surendra and Razak and Tausif for a minute?
Against BJP.
Surendra and Razak and Tausif, can I speak to you for a minute, please, if you don't mind, and if you kindly don't interrupt me, please. I think the point. May I please make a request and expect it to be listened to. Viewers, Tausif, a minute, please. Don't be over enthusiastic. You see, the point that the general made, and Gaurav can come in on it with you in the debate. There is a time for everything. You cannot get up every morning. And it's not like a rotation system that because today the stupid statement will not be made by Rahul Baba, today's stupid statement will be made by Adhir. If you have made a promise to yourself that before 11 o'clock every morning you have to make a stupid statement from your party regarding the army, then you must understand the consequences of it, not politically. But what General Dayal said, that the Chinese work on psychological warfare. If today's stupid statement is hatching eggs, then you have to be very cognizant of the fact that this stupid statement is going to be picked up by the Chinese media as part of their propaganda machinery, where it says Indian politician says Indian army is hatching eggs. Have you heard a Chinese politician say the Chinese army is hatching eggs? Why is there no sense of loyalty or timing? It's a very important question to ask yourself. Why do you want to be the Trojan horse? Why do you want to be the first person to betray your country?
Why don't we pick up the positive side of it, Arnab?
No, then don't make stupid comments like hatching eggs. Be positive, I agree with you, be positive.
We are picking this up.
No, be positive, but don't make stupid comments like army arsenal is hatching eggs.
If it was a BJP leader, would have said, look, how he is motivating the army.
You know, Sepoy Rajesh Orang.
He is just speaking on the arsenal.
Sepoy Rajesh Orang, his body draped in the tricolour, was buried in West Bengal's Birbhum district. He and his fellow soldiers were not hatching eggs. Naib Subedar Mandeep Singh, who sacrificed his life at Galban, his son, 10-year-old son, lit his funeral pyre. He made the ultimate sacrifice. These people are not hatching eggs. You know, 8 out of the 20 who died were 21 years old. 8 out of the 20, I think General Bakshi will bear with me, were 21-year-old. 8 21-year-olds gave up their life fighting for the country. And this embarrassment from an embarrassment of a dying party says people are hatching eggs.
15th September 2013.
Hatching eggs, I don't want to hear your Google searches.
15th September 2013, Modi ji himself asked, is this happening because of the weakness of the army?
Excuse me. Arnab, can I highlight one point?
Weakness of the army.
Can I highlight one point?
You know, next time you people will not get five seats in parliament.
Highlight one
Next
point.
time you won't get 5 seats in parliament. I told you that you have to respect the sentiment of the people of this country. But you'll never improve. You'll never improve. You will violate every sense of ethics.
The Prime Minister himself has questioned the army while he was in the opposition. He has said all this crisis
Not once has he questioned the army. General Bakshi.
Excuse me, implied in the statement that the army arsenal was hatching eggs. Can I please, sir? Sir, can I please, as an old man, at least give that respect to my white hair? Please सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद बोलिए. What I'm saying is that he was insinuating that the army arsenal was not being used. Can I kindly remind you why the army arsenal was not used and our boys were forced to fight with their bare hands and stones and the baseball bat snatched by the enemy? Because in 1996, sir, your government had signed an accord with the Chinese, Article 6 of which said no firearms will be used within 2 kilometers of the LSE border. Would you kindly like to introspect? I rest my case.
Well, viewers, this is, I won't spend more time on this, but
Sir, it was
irresponsible statements are no longer in the realm of being tolerable. I find them intolerable, and I think we need to express greater intolerance against these stupid statements that are coming on a daily basis. And viewers, there is no doubt.
Arnab, can I come in now?